of MKJTV, and it's Avery and
Sophia.
Yes, she came back. I told you I'd bring her back for an interview, and that's what I'm doing. I don't know if you guys can see this, but what just arrived at the table was Kool-Aid. They have Kool-Aid in Korea. How cool is that, right? I think it's cherry flavor, and I'm sipping on some lemonade.
It's cherry.
Oh, were you not expecting cherry?
It's sweet.
A little sweeter than she thought. It's real sugar. This American sugar. Maybe that's American sugar. Yeah, Korean things are a little bit, they're sweet, but they're a different kind of sweet. But that's like sweet. And joining us today is our cameraman. Come in, shot.
No, he didn't.
He straight was like, really? You're not going to come in, shot?
No, because I showed my hand. Go ahead, sir.
You guys heard that voice, right? That's Oppa in the background. Okay, so today we're in Daegu. I think I already said that.
I just made it sound like...
Yes, you did. Do you want some more?
No, it's okay. I'm in.
So today's topic, I actually have gone back to writing it down, guys, because you guys know I'm just all over the place. The Soko Shuffle is going to be the name of the show today. We're going to talk about relationships in South Korea, because, yeah, we have to relate to people, right? So the Soko Shuffle. So in South Korea, two extremes happen. One extreme is that you shuffle between partner after partner after partner, usually because your standards begin to lower over time. Or the other extreme, which is where I am, which is that you'll just be eternally single forever while you're in Korea. So we're going to talk about those things today, among some other things. So, Sophia, first of all, I can't take her seriously right now. Tell us a little, like, we know you're from all over, including Cuba. We know you're a barrel of fun. And tell us a little bit about, like, how did you even get to Korea? Like, why are you in Korea?
So, I graduated from university. So I graduated from school, and I couldn't find a job, as the story goes, which happens to a lot of people. So I decided that I wanted to change, and not only did I want to change, like, I wanted a super duper drastic change. So I was looking at jobs in other states, like all across the U.S. I really just wanted to move and do my own thing, really get out there, do something. And I had a friend who was teaching here, and I looked into it, and I was just like, I'm so doing this. So, not really an exciting story, I guess.
So you decided it's time for change.
Yeah.
By the way, I am having a really hard time focusing on your face because she's making me miss my locks right now. I go through moments, like, usually, and they look really
I need
good.
a twister, though. I'm
It's
trying to give it a break.
Know, with locks, you can get away with that.
I'm giving it a break for 1 month before I go home, not twisting.
And then I totally missed that. I missed that. As you guys know, I combed my locks out like 7 months ago. She was really upset, actually. She let me know how she felt about it on Facebook. She did. She let me know. But I combed them out just because it was, time for change. But sometimes I do miss just, putting them up, or the styles that I could do with them, or even just the reaction that I got. Thanks. It's time to get done again, but really? You hit me with the Korean? Oh, that was so nice. It was really nice. So, you're in Korea. Let's talk about the relationship Soko Shuffle. If you don't mind, have you had several boyfriends here? How many? Put a number on. And go.
With certain friends I can call it.
So what's going to happen is it's going to be like, and go is what's going to and go.
Yeah.
Okay, so how many boyfriends have you had? First of all, how long have you been in Korea?
I've been in Korea for 3 years. Count them 3 years. 3, 1, 2, 3.
So, how many boyfriends?
Never asked them the next question though. It's like, what?
A foreigner to a foreigner. How many? Because the public wants to know.
You're shaking.
Honestly, I've only had two boyfriends.
Oh, cool.
I've only had 2 boyfriends in the 3 years that I've been here. I've only had 2. One What's Bo was playing?
Yeah, right.
They should play some Whitney Houston.
Yes, we just found out Whitney Houston died today. I found out at church. Tragic.
Lord, Whitney Houston is dead, y'all. Jesus.
Take me now.
This is just funny. What are we doing?
That is really inconsiderate. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I had 2 boyfriends. One guy I dated, actually, he's from Norfolk State, and he found himself in Korea.
Okay.
Following me. Stalker.
I was going to say, stalker status.
No, but we were really good friends. Actually, when he came out here, we had no intention of dating or anything. He just came out here on a whim because he thought what I was doing was exciting. He was tired of corporate life, and he just left and came out. We were really good friends. We hung out all the time. We would always go on adventures and go to different places. And then just, that, I guess, led to romance. Ooh. But that ended in a fiery blaze, so.
A fiery blaze.
Fire in the hell! Yeah, it was terrible.
Hell, fire and brimstone.
I'd have to say that was one of the worst relationships I've ever been in my life. Like, my whole life. Like,
okay, guys, if you're watching this, because you're probably still a stalker,
of
that
my
was
life.
Terrible. You took her life.
I'm sure he's not watching this. I don't know. Probably lives in a cave somewhere, but.
Oh gosh, not a cave. Very Neanderthal, controlling a little bit.
No,
This shirt is really going through some things right now. It's supposed to be like a smooth droop, but we're doing some extra things. Okay, go ahead. So then you had that guy.
Yeah. So that was less than a year. That was maybe like 5 or 6 months. We did that.
So pre-sweet tea, would you say that you lowered your standards because you were in Korea?
Everyone always says they're like, I'm not lowering my standards and blah, 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 and they go on about how they're so great and wonderful. But, when you get in a situation like Korea, where, especially if you're a minority,
yes.
You're going to bring those standards, those high, he has to have this, he has to have that, he has to look like this, he has to have this degree from this school, he has to drive this car. First of all, most foreigners here don't drive, so just a lot of things that you would normally look at, not saying that that's what I looked at before, but just a lot of the standards that you have, you don't have that same thing in mind. You're in a new country, you're here for a whole different experience, the way things work here are different. I always said, being from a big military town, I would never date a guy in the military, and I wound up falling in love with one because I was in Korea. That's how that happened. So crazy, right? That's his electric cigarette.
It is from China. You guys can't see what we're seeing, but yeah.
Better be careful. Let me stop with the Whitney joke. All right, so let me not even say it.
Show me the receipt.
So, no, it's not so much to say. I don't want to say that you lower your standards because that's such a negative connotation, but you do get off your high horse, if that makes any sense. You're just open to new and different things.
I think it is lowering your standards because when you think about the word standard is the highest level of something that you've already experienced. Okay, the standard is people make all A's in school. Well, that's at that particular school. When you get to a school where the curriculum is higher, then that standard's going to lower, and everybody's not making an A. So I think being in Korea, it causes you to not necessarily lower your standard, but definitely to change your standard based on your environment.
Exactly.
Sure.
Right.
Like you said, foreigners, they don't drive, and I know for me education is really important, because I don't like to lower my speech or dumb myself down to speak to people. So, but coming here, even amongst the teachers, yes, you have to have a degree in order to work here, but
everybody with a degree is not rocket science.
And then coming from other countries, it's like, I don't even know what you're saying. Like, are you speaking English right now? How are you speaking English? I can't understand what you're saying.
When I have some South African friends, and our whole conversation is like this. They're talking, and I'm like,
Right, like what? No, you know what killed me? So I used to work in an English village type thing.
Oh, really?
My very first time when I came here. And, like, because I haven't been here any other time. But at the beginning, when I first got here, I taught at a global center. So there were 5 different native speakers. And then at the end, they were like, oh, we're going to get 2 new teachers. And they were from Ireland. Okay, can I tell you how I was like...
I already know. Looks like you want to do what?
Ooh,
I already know.
So, yeah, like, all of that taken into account. And then I have another friend who said, I will never date anyone who's not black. Like, she just is not interested.
What?
Clearly she is booed up with a guy from Australia. They're doing it big. So,
Yeah, see, that's a standard. That's
right.
what I would say.
That's gone down. So, I mean, it is what it is. Your standards do drop, I think, while you're here.
They do.
Unless you're the other extreme, where you're just like, it's no point. Because I don't find Korean attractive, the culture is so different, there aren't any foreigners that are up to my standards, so I'll just be single. Have you found those people to be bitter? Like, do they seem bitter when you talk to them, or
They
just...
do, and whenever you talk about any type of relationship thing, they put everyone's relationship down. I mean, I kind of put people's relationships down too, because I noticed that a lot of people, it's like as soon as they get to Korea, it's like you meet them and they're single, like the first week you meet them or whatever, and then it's like 3 weeks later, it's like, oh, this is my boyfriend, and it's like, oh.
For real? You know you would be dating him if you were in the States.
Right, exactly. So you meet all these people, it's really strange. You meet all these people who are like in relationships, or you know, who have boyfriends, girlfriends. It's like, oh, we met in Korea, but it's like a relationship with an expiration date on it.
Right.
The majority of the time.
Right.
So it's kind of strange, because you know, people just don't want to be alone. Like, I guess.
So do you think that, like, because when I hear of people that are in relationships, and, you know, especially when they're from either 2 different countries or 2 different parts of the U.S., because in case you didn't know, if you're from a different country, the U.S. is freaking huge, and I didn't know that people don't know how big it is, but it's really big. So if someone's from the East Coast and the West Coast,
Thousands of miles apart.
you're not gonna, like, cross each other's paths. So I always wonder, like, what do you do when your contract is up? Like,
well, it depends on how vested you are in the relationship.
have you ever been to Colorado?
I flew through there. Real quick, Denver Airport is nice.
You know what? Everyone that I know who's either lived to Colorado or been to, they loved it.
Everyone I've ever
They love. I mean, not that I only see black people, but the black people that I know, it's only been black people that I know from Colorado, and they're all like, oh my
There's
God,
white people
I
that I
can't
know.
wait to go back.
Everyone
They love it.
Yeah, they are like so smitten with like Colorado and Denver, and they're just like, that's the way I am with DC. I'm just like, what? Girl, you want to date me? Let me tell you about this and that. Oh my God, this is
Mumbo sauce.
yes, it's a mumbo sauce. It's a feature feet. You can go right
You see the home of Perisukos and
what is it? I don't know.
Perisukos and Go Perisukos, and it was something in the line of the song.
Mikey Pods or something.
I don't know.
People can't understand why I want to have lunch every day for the rest of my life in front of the Lincoln Memorial. That's my dream.
Really? Every day? For real?
Not in the winter.
Oh, not in the winter.
Just to sit on those steps and have lunch, like,
as a free person.
I'm nostalgic. Okay, so sorry.
Oh my gosh, wait, I have to get this list going, because my randomness, and then I get caught up in my randomness with her, and then just, What was I going to ask you? Right. So, do you think the people who stay here are more likely to settle down, or do you think it's the people who know they're passing through, they're just trying to connect with as many people as possible?
I agree with you. Yes, both. That makes sense.
You guys can't hear this, or maybe you can't. Oh, it's the camera, they can hear it.
The people who are passing through, of course, they just hook up because they don't take anything seriously. And the people who know that they're going to be here for a while, they kind of... They're more
That's
open.
the cook, by the way. That's her.
Her name is Tommy. She's the mommy.
She throws down in the kitchen.
French toast.
Stuffed French toast. Oh, so good. Okay, so the cheating culture in Korea. Let's talk about that. Okay, when I say cheating culture, do you know? When I say the word cheating, what crosses your mind?
The word cheating? Anything
in Korean.
Anything that I can't do with my significant other is for their face.
Cheating with paper?
No.
In a relationship.
Chichibong. That's like jinx in Korean.
Oh, right. We've had a couple of those. I didn't know that. You just taught me something new. Chichibong.
Chichibong.
Is it chichi? Wait,
Yeah,
no,
right.
that was what's in there, and I was thinking.
Chichi is booze.
I was thinking chichi like the man.
Chichibong is like jinx.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's curse words. I don't know that.
So, yeah, cheating in a relationship.
Anything that I cannot do in front of my significant other's face is cheating.
Okay.
And the simple folks know that, look, can we go on a date? Look, if he kissed me,
That wasn't really, I didn't like
he didn't put it all the way in.
What all the way in?
Because guys, excuse me, we're catching up here. So guys who want to be with a girl, and girls who say, oh, put the head in, like of the, so not the whole thing. Because if it's the whole thing, then you all the way cheated. But if you just a little bit, then.
Do you want to hear some story? Okay, Korea. No. Korea had war. It's about 400 years ago or something. I don't know exactly when. So, Japan was almost hit the capital of Korea in that time. So, king has to move up. And, king is in that I don't know, wagon that he is carrying. And there is a lot of servants is beside, and they are walking, and they are raining, heavy raining. And one of the servants was started running because of the rain.
Okay.
So the other servant is running, and he realized the king is behind.
Okay.
So his second running and realized servant said bad thing to first person. King is behind of us, and he's still in the raining. You are running because you don't want to rain. The king was listening all of that, and king said, 100 steps or 50 steps is same.
He always has this really good stuff. You're like,
But in the middle, you're like, where's it going? Where's it going? Where's it going?
Got it. It is true. So kissing and a little bit cheating is cheating.
I mean, if somebody want to cheat, it's just the end of cheat. It's okay, I think.
Okay.
If your partner don't know it, I mean, it's not okay. You know what I mean? Okay means it's not right thing, but it's okay. I mean, if it's
trying to justify it.
But what if your partner knows?
That's fucked up. Excuse me.
No, I don't. I mean, like, what if you and your partner have decided
if you have an open relationship, then that's different. That's different from a monogamous
Would you be in an
relationship.
open relationship?
I could not be. I'm jealous and crazy.
Know thyself, and thyself be true.
I couldn't. I can't.
I felt real deep today because of my raspy voice.
When that
I don't like
happens,
sharing that.
when your boyfriend or your boyfriend and kind of cheating, I don't know how.
And I don't want to think about anybody
Only head cheating or all the way intercourse cheating, whatever it is.
Everything is the same.
If your boyfriend tell you, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna ask, or what are you gonna do?
See, I'm one of those, because I talk all the time, and obviously you guys know that, right? So because I talk all the time, because I'm really, really extra, when I get hurt or disappointed, I go the exact opposite. So if I find out that, my significant other is cheating in any way, shape, form, or fashion, I'm just like, word? Okay, and then I'm gone. Like, I totally disappear. I change my phone number. I just go. I'm not the arguer. I'm not like, why did you cheat? I can't believe. I don't want to know. You did it? Okay, that's cool, and I'm going to move on with my life. So that's me. How are you? If you were to find out.
It depends.
Looking for some pure nicotine?
No, it depends. It's just so many different factors. It depends on how long I've been with the person. It depends on how our relationship is. It depends on if I've done something to provoke something. There's so many different factors that go into it. Like, I don't know.
I think I used to feel like that. Well, for me, it wasn't until I was cheated on that I was like, I don't like it wasn't really actually even about them. It was me. I didn't like the Avery that I became when I found out that person cheated. Bye! Oh, can you say bye to the camera? Can you say bye? Those are our friends. Say bye. Annyeong. Annyeong. Bye, handsome. See you. Thank you.
With your family.
Right. every now and then you have a really good moment. Actually, no, I have a lot of those good moments. You just meet random good people, like Oppa.
This camera is not good for zooming or something. You accidentally do that. I have to do all this.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry. Is it good now?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, so you didn't like the person you had come after?
Yeah, I became this really, and it wasn't even that I was crazy. I became insecure with myself. Like, oh, I have to overcompensate. I have to overdo this, or otherwise he's gonna cheat again. Like in the back of my head, I was never just myself, and I didn't like second guessing myself. So now, after being cheated on, for me, I'm just like, I'd rather know that he's with me because he wants to be with me. No other ulterior motive. Because in the back of your mind, you're like, well, whatever it was that caused him to cheat, it's probably a part of who I am. So I can't necessarily guarantee that he's gonna not cheat again. So, and I think that's why some people are in open relationships. They don't have to worry about it. They just don't.
I've been cheated on twice.
Oh, really? So, okay, you guys see how beautiful she is, right? Who would cheat on you?
Show me a pretty woman, and I'll show you.
I've heard this before.
10 other women that her. I'm so Korean. I mix up my pronouns. Him, her. It's a man. It's a girl. What is it? Show me a pretty woman, and I'll show you a man who's cheating on her. Something like that.
I know that thing.
It doesn't matter what you look like or whatever. Just like guys, guys are wired differently. It's like when they see something they want, they'll go for it. If they feel like, and it's not even a thing of. And no, I'm not crazy, and like women are gonna hate me all over the place for it. But it's not a thing of like, if you love me, you wouldn't cheat on me. That's not true. That's not true at all. I can show you men who are crazy in love with their wives or girlfriends, but they sometimes they get caught up, and it's not every time like they're constantly habitually cheaters, but they might get caught up in something, and I think I fluctuate between those two. A lot of guys don't think with their big head. That's what it is. And I feel like.
And they are cheating with another man? No, they're cheating with women. It's same, man or woman. It depends on person, I think.
Indeed, if you are a man cheating with a man, it absolutely depends on the person.
That's more shocking, but.
It is a little more shocking if you thought that they wouldn't be, and then they are. And you're like, whoa, hey.
A lot of,
talk about this.
Even Koreans said this kind of thing. Like, guys are always cheating, blah, blah, blah. I was usually listening to them. And did your boyfriend or did that person cheat with another man? Cheating with a woman, right? It's half and half. So you can't say that all the men or men are blah, blah. It depends on person. Look at me, around me. I don't have many friends, but there's only one is cheating, and his wife knows that he can't help it. It's not even cheating.
What was that?
What was that? I would say something, and you both
song.
You just both humming.
No, we can hear you. Oh my God! You didn't see. You just were. What are you doing with your life? Oh my gosh. But, which brings up my next point while you're talking. So, and of course we could go back and forth all day about cheating because, men are from Mars and women are from Venus. So, but I found that in Korea, and it could just be because it's more open, I don't know, but I feel like the cheating culture is totally different in Korea. Like, cheating, I feel like, is amongst married people. It's like a part of what they do. Like, I have so many married women who know that their husbands have girlfriends. They're usually prostitutes, but they use the same one.
It's so weird because I think it's because the Koreans don't get divorced. Like, it's like,
right, because they live in different bedrooms.
It's something ingrained in them that's like, we're not
getting a divorce. Jung, I think, and I'm like, no, dude.
We're not getting a divorce.
If he has a girlfriend, and I think the other part is security. And we would say gold digger, but I think it's a little bit different because once you have children and you're out of the workforce, it's not like you can just say, hey, I want a job back. It doesn't work like that here. So it's like, okay, I know my husband's cheating. I know that I'm not happy in this relationship. We live in 2 different bedrooms, but I can't take my kids and leave because I can't.
The kids that I tutor, their parents live in 2 different bedrooms. I remember maybe like 2 months ago.
All the time with my kids.
2 months ago, I went over to their house and I was in the girl's bedroom tutoring her. and I went to her brother's room to get like a pen or something, and I saw like a cot, it was like a nice cot, not like a cot, but it was like a second bed in the room on the floor, and I was like, why is there a bed in here? And the girl was like, I sleep in there with Jack now, and my mom sleeps in my room, and I just kind of looked at her and was like, well, who's sleeping in your room? She was like, well, my mom sleeps in my room now. Her and my dad, they fight a lot, and something else she was trying to tell me, and I was just like, I don't want to know anymore. I'm sorry that you have to go through this.
I was having a conversation with one of my Korean friends. I always end up with older friends, and anyway, even back in the States, and she was like, oh, in America, it seems like you divorce so easy. It's so easy for divorce, and I'm like, you know what?
So we all cheat.
Yeah, right. You guys cheat. I'd rather, not that I promote divorce. Obviously, everyone should have longevity of life in their relationship. But if I'm in a marriage and we're not happy and it's not working, especially if there are kids involved, I don't care what other people think. I don't care what society says. I'm out. Because, first of all, I want to plant good things into my kids, and secondly, why would you torture yourself and continue to be unhappy just for the sake of appearances? Right. But in Korea, it's like, no, we're gonna stay together like forever. This is it, you know. So, yeah.
But you know, don't get it twisted, because it's not only the men out there that are cheating on their wives.
True story.
Let me tell you how my boss.
Especially with Korean women love this with black men.
My boss.
She has friends. Wait, you're married.
My boss has a boyfriend, and
your boyfriend, your boss is man and have a boyfriend?
No, woman.
My boss was like, why are you so stuck on this men-loving men thing? What's going on over there, Oppa?
I mean, that's what my girlfriend always asks me, are you homophobia or something? I said, no, it's just weird.
You're bringing up this, I'm in there.
Curious about it.
Okay, we'll talk about that next.
We'll talk about that off camera. Here's a couple questions.
Oh, Lord.
About the man-on-man action. Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
So my boss, she has a boyfriend. Several student parents have seen her out with her boyfriend. She drove his car.
Even split with it. You guys
She drove his car to work one time. She took a trip. We took the students to Gwangju, like a little city, and we took them there to do this camping. And she showed up there like with her boyfriend.
Oh, that's bold, actually.
She used to sneak out of off of the school grounds by taking the back road. Her husband put up a fence so she can't drive back there and sneak out. So when she comes and goes, he knows. He's like, I know where you're going. It's so funny. Their relationship is crazy, but they refuse.
See, and things like that. Just like if it's to the point where you're no longer, forget the marriage. Although I think marriage is extremely sacred. Forget the marriage. You're not even honoring them as a human being. You're dragging them through the mud, embarrassing them. You just cold turkey with it. Like, leave, roll out. Why are you still there?
Exactly.
I was gonna say something else before you made that really good point. Cheating. So I'm not gonna say their names because I might interview them at some point in time. But I do have some Korean girlfriends who have Korean guys that their families have kind of. They would be happy. It would bring us joy if you guys were together. Right, made them to be with.
Those
but then they have
Korean marriages.
Right, undergone arranged Korean marriages. But then they have foreigner boyfriends. I literally have been at the table with, friends hanging out, and my Korean friend will call up her Korean boyfriend and speak to him in Korean. Of course, the foreigner doesn't speak Korean, and I'm picking up little words, and I'm like, what? And I actually texted her, and I was like, when she hung up the phone, I was like, was that your mom? Being funny, and she was like, right.
While her boyfriend's sitting in front of her.
Right, her foreigner boyfriend who doesn't speak Korean is in front of her, and she's on the phone macking it up with her Korean boyfriend.
That's really I want to see that.
Men and women both definitely cheat, but I think the culture of cheating is so different here. It's like everybody knows it, but nobody says anything about it, so it's okay to do what you do, especially people in the military, because they know they're just like us. They're passing through, so they're like, yo, I got a wifey back in the States, but she not here right now. You here for a year, I'm here for a year. Let's make it pop. Let's make it happen.
I have no comment on that. Don't even get me started.
You guys can YouTube a couple of those. I'm sure you all will find plenty of stories about that.
Don't even get me started about that.
Side note, so there's a new orphanage that I found out about. I'm telling you about it but you're leaving. It's actually not too far from here. She's going. So you guys are really lucky to get this interview because she's
March
about to be
4th.
Wow. Do it again? Because you've been practicing this.
March 4th. What's March 4th?
What's going on? So, what was it? Oh, the orphanage. So, at this orphanage, the orphanage is not supported by the Korean government because the kids are all mixed kids. They're all Blasian babies. All
Really?
of them. Yeah. So, some of them are soldiers' kids. Some of them are some of the African continent or African countrymen have deposited and rolled out. So, anyway, it's not too far from here. So, I'm gonna start helping from there. So, hopefully, you guys will see some videos of cute chunky monkeys. Yeah, so, but again, that's that cheating culture. So, they get caught up in. I so
want to adopt a Blasian.
Oh, cute and raise them, they be super hood.
Adopt a Blasian little boy and give him dreadlocks.
Oh, it would be cute. Can you picture Henny with dreadlocks? Woo! Or Will Dent or any other fineness.
I need the specs and the information on this school.
I will.
On this
orphanage. I got you. No problem. It's really close to here, actually. So,
really?
Why are we talking about orphanage?
Can we go today? Because we're talking about cheating.
Oh, right, cheating, and then they drop the kids off at the orphanage. But yeah, it's sad that this orphanage doesn't get a whole lot of
because the whole single mother thing that's like
single mother and mixing blood is not okay in Korea. It's not popping. If you get knocked up, I'm gonna need you to roll with your boo. Or you're not gonna give her love here.
The abortion rate is so high in Korea, you would not believe it. People wonder, how do these countries keep their teenagers under control and America's running rampant? That's because Korean parents, they take their 14, 15, and 16-year-old daughters down to the clinic and they make them get abortions.
And then you have the other rest of the statistic, like they just passed a law, I think it was in 95 maybe, or maybe earlier than that, 85 or 95, anyway, because the Korean women were finding out that they weren't having boys, so they would keep aborting until they got a boy. You know, so
it was just repealed that what the law was is the doctor couldn't tell you the sex.
Right, couldn't tell you the sex of the baby, right?
But they just listed that actually.
Oh no.
Yeah, they just listed it.
But isn't like the population going down like super fast?
But they're not all about they're not the same way. They don't have that same mindset. I mean, yes, boys are still more important in this culture than girls.
That's a whole other.
But it's not as bad as it used to be. It's not as bad as.
Oh, but you're firstborn, right? You're the firstborn boy.
Yeah.
Was life hard for you as a firstborn boy, or did you not pay attention to it?
I want a boy. I want a little Blasian boy. From the orphanage. I'm gonna adopt one.
Are you thinking about your answer?
Yes, I was.
Why are you making faces at me? You asked me that.
So I want to go to this orphanage really bad. So I love Blasian.
I'll make sure we go before you leave.
I leave March 4th. Can we go on, oh, sorry.
Answer.
So when can we go to the orphanage?
Oh, he doesn't want to answer.
He doesn't want to answer.
No,
I'm keen. I'm so keen. I picked up on
because I was enjoying this whole joking thing.
I'm not joking. I want to go to this Blasian baby orphanage.
She really wants to just joke up a baby and tuck it away and take it.
I'm obsessed with Blasian babies, but I can't do it.
Did you see
I'm
Jeremy
sorry
Davis?
that I'm Korean.
Jeremy,
I had him on Facebook. Jeremy.
No.
Oh
yes,
my
I did.
God.
The little boy.
Yes,
I did.
I want to eat him.
Adorable.
If you guys haven't been to the Facebook to see, you can look in my mobile pictures. I think it's like the third or fourth picture away. Anyway, oh my God, I want to eat his baby.
I want a Blasian baby, but I don't want an Asian man, so that's why I gotta adopt
one. Well, they need homes because, like I said, about the pure blood, they get no government support. So
I want a Blasian baby, and I want one that's older than a baby. I don't like diapers and stuff. So.
See, and I'm the other way. Babies and diapers are cute, but when they get 4 or 5, they no, mom. Oh, wait a minute. I will snap you.
No, but that's when you teach them. You have to instill that in them. That no, you're not telling me no.
I think it's other kids. Other people's kids.
Other people's kids. You're gonna raise them differently.
Yes, right. I think it's other people's kids. I can't get with that. You guys, I have this really fly picture of these electric heels. I don't know what you're saying behind me. I'm pretty sure it's pretty funny. We'll mail you one.
I'm so excited about the Blasian babies orphanage.
Blasian.
Blasian.
Welcome to the party. Yes, black and Asian.
Blasian.
Oh my God.
AMBW. Do you know AMBW?
Yeah.
He's a flat man. He's like, what?
Asian.
We're in an AMBW friendship. He's like, yeah, I know.
Really doesn't.
Okay, share time. We veered off with the topics of abortions and babies and
But it all went along. It was like
It did. I usually do that. They know. I'm random, but I flow.
It's
I flow
alright.
in my randomness. I'm sorry if I'm barking. Do I feel like I sound like I'm barking at you? I've been thinking about it. My voice is like,
Not to me.
me. So share time. You're supposed
What
to.
am I sharing?
If I could put your thoughts into a time capsule about your 3 years here in Korea, what would you put in that time capsule? What are the memorable moments? What are the I can't believe my money? Like, what other things that stand out in your mind?
Okay, one of my most favorite things that has ever happened in Korea was I was behind a group of people I was coming from Seoul on the KTX, and we were all getting off the train, and I stepped down onto the platform, and there's this little boy standing right next to the platform where I was coming down. He looked at my feet first, and then his eyes. You see his head like looking me up. Like he got to my face, and he goes, "Oh my God!" This little dude turned around and slammed his face into a pole, fell backwards, and was knocked out on the train platform. And I bust my tail. I literally ran trying to get away so they wouldn't think I did something to him. He was just so shocked, like seeing a foreigner. I guess he doesn't get out much. Or
No,
what?
that's Korea for you.
That's
Dang it,
Korean.
all day long. Now I do it back. When they go, I go, whoo. No, because you're scary. The fact that you've never seen anyone that doesn't look, that's scary.
Or you get wiggle salam, and
Right.
I'm Korean. I'm a foreigner, you're Korean.
I started telling people,
I do that all the time.
they were like, you can hear them whispering, wiggle, blah, 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 and I go, eat them? Kim Jong-il, and they're like, I do.
I tell them they're Korean. But they don't know it's rude.
They do know it's rude.
They
don't care. I don't think they care.
Usually I get it from younger kids. They don't know. They're just so shocked and surprised. They're like, oh my God, it's someone different from me. Because, you know, Korea is a very homogeneous society.
That's
Everyone is Korean. Everything here is made for Koreans. Everything is in Korean. When you go to the store and you want to buy some shampoo, it's Korean shampoo, which I love.
I get all of that, but you guys know me. I feel like I think that's a cop-out, and I think that's
But it's the truth.
People say, oh, Koreans are racist, but it's their culture. Like, this is not your culture, because this is why I say it's not. Because Japan is equally as homogeneous, and their
Japan gets foreigners.
of global awareness is different. I think it's a choice. Some of it is culture, I will give you that, but I think the rest of it is choice.
Japan is different. Japan is a huge international, worldwide known city.
It is.
Country. Everyone knows about Japan. But when I tell people at home, like, oh, you're moving away, where are you going?
Japan. No matter how many times you say Korea, it's Japan.
Yeah, I call friends and family at home, oh, how's it going in China? What are you doing in Japan? And I'm just like, I'm in Korea.
Right.
Where's that? Like, no one knows about Korea. Like, we call Korea the hermit.
Right, the hermit kingdom.
Society,
That's right, the hermit kingdom.
They take everything, but they don't give anything back. So it's just like in their culture. That's just the way it is.
But this is my point.
I don't think it's right.
Talk
but
about Korean. Are you talking bad about Korea?
We're not talking about Oppa, really? You're just gonna flip the table, really? First you pull the knife, then
He's violent. He pulled a knife on us, and then you're gonna flip the table over on us.
But I think it's like, I don't know, like all of that, I totally agree with all that. So that's why I say it's culture to a point.
It doesn't make it right.
But then at the end of the day, though, you do have media. You do have the internet. They are fully aware of the things that go on in the rest of the world. And then you have sports events on the regular, worldwide sports events. Not to mention the American military has been here since, what, the 50s, 60s?
But you don't see military. Who sees military?
They go off base. I'm telling you.
They go off base, but they don't. Some kids don't.
I'm telling you, they
And
don't.
there are places in their books, but there are places in the books in Korea that black people got bones with their nose.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna. But that's my point. So even because I think I'd be, if they were like,
it's just shocking.
It is shocking, but then it's like, oh, okay, you're that black person from the book. I can almost deal with that. But the fact that they're like, ooh, you are an alien and this some weird animal that I've never seen in my life. Get the rope her up.
That's
were on display. I'm like, come on, dude.
The little boy knocked himself out trying to get
I would
away
pay
from
money
me.
to see that though. That's kind of funny.
He knocked himself out trying to get away from me, and I was just like, damn. Oh my god. And I ran away. Like, I just rushed
Right, because
away.
you don't want it to be an international incident. Like, it'd be the black girl who threw the kid into the pole.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly what would happen. I was just like, I gotta get out of here.
Okay, so that, what else? What is something awesome that has happened to you while you were in Korea? Because I'm going to put this on your Facebook, and hopefully you'll keep it, and this will be a... He's eating syrup. Why is he not on camera? He's doing all this really random things. That's why he's doing it, because he's not on camera. He thinks he can get away with it.
Maybe not. He loves the syrup. You love the syrup? The sugar good to you?
He loves sugar.
Good to you, Daddy?
What that is?
You can take that syrup home to your girlfriend. Make some plans.
That is a horrible way to do it. It's all sticky. I mean, I see from the internet, and they use
You better clean that up real quick. You better that is so sticky. I heard on the internet.
I mean, whipped cream, all that stuff. No.
Really? No?
No.
That's what. We'll talk about that off camera. Because we got save people that watch. We don't want to offend this.
Oh, God.
That one.
So, another great and amazing moment in Korea. I went to,
oh my gosh.
my friend, my really close friend Jessica was leaving, and we went to a baseball game.
Okay.
No, Lions, Samsung Lions, and Kia. Where's Kia's team?
I'm sorry, I don't care. I don't know.
I don't care. And I don't know sounds better than I don't care. It's like, I don't care.
I don't care.
So, anyway, they were playing Samsung and they were playing Kia. And we were like, whenever you go to a baseball game, whatever city you're in, you root for that team.
Right.
It's
a whole other level.
Dare not root for that other team.
Yeah.
So
you get thrown onto the field.
While the Koreans were like rooting for Samsung Lions, we thought it would be funny to root for Kia. And we just got into this huge, not a fight, but like a joking fight with Koreans. We're like saying all these random things in Korean. We're like, Samsung Lions, shirayo. And he's like, I hate Samsung Lions. And then they were like, Kia, shirayo. I hate Kia. It was so funny and awesome. It was just such a great time.
Oh, that's cool.
So that was really fun. Another time I'll never forget, I was walking with my friend Erna. We were walking downtown, and suddenly I feel someone yanking on the back of my hair.
God.
I turn around, and there's a Korean guy and two of his friends standing behind me with like my locks in his hand, and he's like looking at it. I turn around, I start screaming at him in Korean. I was going, oh boy, ready to chase him down the street with my umbrella.
Things like that
ran away. They were so scared.
Things like that is not cultural.
It's not.
And I don't miss that part. I don't miss about my life. Like every day, you guys know I would post videos and take pictures of people actually doing that, like trying to take. That's not cultural. That's rude because you don't do it to each other. You would never see another Korean like. They're rude, and they don't care. I told you I was in the I had my locks like tucked in my scarf because I knew that someone would touch them, and I didn't feel like being touched that day. And the girl like reached into my scarf and like pulled my hair. And in Korean, when her boyfriend he was embarrassed. He was like, "Oh, why did you do that?" She was like, "Oh, because I wanted to." Really? And if I slap you because I wanted to, then it'll be a problem.
Then you'll be the one to go to jail.
Right, an international incident. Okay, so you got the kid, you got the locks, you got the baseball,
a party night.
In Daegu?
No, a party night in Seoul I will never forget. So, my parents live in 757 Newport News, Virginia. So, I was at a party in Seoul in this club called Naked. And suddenly, you don't go naked, it's just the name. It's very,
That's our face.
So we're in this club called Naked, and all of a sudden this guy gets on the mic. He's like, "Bad news in the building," and I was like, "What?" Were you excited? No, at first I wasn't, because I was just like, "What's happening?" And he was like, 757. I was like, "What? Like all my friends looking at me like, what is going on? And then they started playing like Artists from Home. They started playing. And MC. They started playing the Clips. They started playing Pharrell. They were playing Missy Elliott. They were playing all of that stuff, and I was going bananas. I was just like going crazy. He was like 757, that's crazy. Virginia Beach, Norfolk, blah blah blah, and I was just like, oh my god, and then like all the music, like me, like it was just so crazy. He was like, you repping that 757. He was like, come to the stage. I ran and like this 2-man leap was on the stage. And then like I was such a groupie. I know I came across like a groupie. For real, because like the guy, like he's standing up there and I got to do this 2-man leap on the stage and I'm like, I don't know. Me. So funny. And he's looking at me like, who is this girl? Off of me. It was so
I'm a fellow 757.
I was just so excited because it was just so unexpected. Like I'm in this club.
How many years were you here then? Like maybe 2?
This happened in December. Past December.
Oh wow.
Recently.
I know you were really excited.
So like I haven't been home in like 2 years. So yeah, just for that to happen is so weird. Like we're on this side of the earth. 757 is relatively like it's not a big city. It's not a big metropolis. It's not like not a lot of people know about it for real. So just to have it happen, man, it was just like so. I was so pumped the rest of the night.
Was it flashback to college? Flashback.
I flashed back to college. Then they started talking about some Beat Your Feet. When's the last time you heard go-go music in Korea?
I haven't. I have to get it on my own.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, LMFAO will come April.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I heard
I'm not a fan, but I didn't know that.
You don't like it? I'm sexy and I know it.
I can't. I cannot respect the musicianship.
I love it. It's funny.
But then I'm not really a party girl, so.
The music is like, it's clowny, like it's funny.
Yeah. And I kind of like the way they sing. I mean, it's not serious. It's funny, enjoying.
We're not so randomly asking guy to be in this interview.
You can.
I'm random.
You can.
Hi. Can you come here for a second?
Okay.
You guys know I'm random, right? So I'm about to be really random right now. Come join us.
Don't sit on my pizza.
Oh, I won't wait. I was actually gonna let him sit in the middle.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just saying, don't sit on my pizza.
Have a seat. Join us.
Somebody will die.
So what's your name?
Dre.
Hi, Dre. How are you? I'm Avery. Nice to meet you. Is this on camera?
Yeah.
You see all this? Okay, good.
Young Bug.
Young Bug. Okay. I know about Young Bug. He's in jail, right? Not serious. I think he's in jail. I thought he was in jail.
Oh my god.
No.
Drake smell good.
I know Whitney Houston. She's dead, right? Oh my god, about Whitney Houston. What's wrong with me? I'm a bad
all
person.
day.
All day,
Sophia. I'm Avery, and that's my Oppa, and I have a YouTube channel.
Okay.
And called MKJTV, which is like I record random stuff in Korea. And so we're both teachers, and so this video is going to be edited and put on my channel. So you're going to be on YouTube. You're on YouTube right now.
Are you in witness protection?
No, I'm not in witness protection.
We should have asked them that
We
first.
should have asked them that before the camera came.
That's what I do to Koreans when they're like, take a picture. I'm like, witness protection. They're like, what? I'm like, paparazzi.
Can't do it. So how long have you been here?
About 7 months.
Wow, you're a newbie. How is it?
Cool, you know.
You did it
again. What's up?
again. Where were you before?
I was in Okinawa.
Ah, Japan.
That was a better place.
Did you like Japan?
I love Japan.
Everybody goes to Japan and they love it.
Everybody comes to Korea and they're like, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, Okinawa is a good place. I've never been there, but I heard it's really good.
You like the octopus there, huh?
Huh?
You like the octopus there?
If all Koreans were like Oppa, I could live in Korea forever.
Octopus.
Oh.
Right. I know. If everyone says
If all the Koreans were like Oppa, I could live in Korea forever. But they're not. They drive me insane. They drive me
they're not like
crazy.
him. I don't know what happened.
And down.
Hi. She's like, what are they doing over there? Can you?
He said.
Where's the camera? Hey. What's your name?
Ebony,
Hi, Ebony. Where you from?
North Carolina.
Get out of here. Me too. Yep, Raleigh.
Charlotte. Tell them to join.
Right. Hello to join. Come on over. It's plenty of, well, it's not plenty of room, but.
I would join, but I gotta go.
Next time though, because I'm sure I'll see you around.
Yeah.
So, I saw you over there eating ramen. Do you come here often?
You could say that, yeah.
You're regular.
Not really.
No, not
Once a
really.
month.
Oh, that's not regular. So you've been here 7 times. You've been here. That sounds like a lot. 7 times. How old are you? Right, you look a little young, bro.
26.
Oh, you look younger than that.
Yeah. How old do I look?
Like 22, 23?
I was guessing that. Bye, Anthony. Enjoy your food. Have a good week. So, Dre, what do you want to tell the people on YouTube? You heard us talking, right? Or were you jamming out?
He heard us talking. I saw a few giggles like here and there.
Yeah.
Oh, you were giggling?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't want to say giggles because that's not manly.
Right,
but
men don't giggle. They chuckle.
They chuckle, yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
It's in my head all day.
Crazy, you would think we spend all the time together. This is like, what, the second time I'm seeing you in person?
Right.
Crazy.
But no, I laughed at the pulling of the hair thing. That's because I had an older Korean lady. You know, I went to the hospital for something, and she sit next to me. She take my hand and she started rubbing it like it's gonna rub off.
The chocolate, you a little dirty.
And she like, oh, okay, I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? I'm asking the interpreter like, what is she saying? She talking about me?
She looks so serious, like, she talking about me. Well, I'll take her out. I
Rub
get
her
over
hand in my head and all that stuff. I'm like,
Aww.
this is not cool. She's like, oh, it's pretty cute. I'm like, no, that don't feel like cute. You know what I mean?
That don't feel like that's what you
It
think.
don't feel like love.
That's what you think. That's like my 5-year-olds, my boys. They're like, is it chocolate? I'm like, no, it's not chocolate. Can we lick it? Is it not? Are you sure it's not? Is it boogers? I'm like, no, it's not boogers. They go, choco, choco. I'm like, no. They're like, kodachi. No, it's not booger. Well, can we? I think it's chocolate. Can we lick it? Can we? What?
My friend was licked in the old sign at the beach. He was standing on the corner. He loves kids. He was standing on the corner, and a little kid came in. He's cute, like tall. Little kid on the corner comes to him. He's thinking, oh, you're cute. Where's your mom? Before you knew it, the little kid grabbed his hand. He's like, oh, and right up to him. He's like, ah. He's like, Soko. And
What is it? What is this? Korean?
Like, are you serious?
Koreans are wild, boy. I don't understand what it is with it's not even a culture thing. It's just a mindset.
It is a mindset.
It's a mindset.
But the younger ones are slowly opening up. So I hope that over time. I hope that over time it passes on to the younger, but the generation gap is so incredibly big. Like, it's gonna take a lot.
This is crazy. It's wild.
So I'm assuming you're a soldier.
You can assume.
Are you?
Yeah.
He didn't want to be in that moment. He's like,
Right.
man,
There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. Hey, do what you do. You're living the life. I mean, you overseas experience in life, so nothing wrong with that. So from a soldier.